Hello everyone, Johnny Thunder, EAS&Weather here with your Day 2 severe weather outlook. We have a slight risk for severe weather tomorrow that encompasses much of the Florida Panhandle, northern Florida, southern Georgia, and the very far extreme southeastern corner of Alabama. Cities in tomorrow's slate include Jacksonville, Florida, Tallahassee, Florida, Gainesville, Florida, Ocala, Florida, and Valdosta, Georgia. And there are two marginal risk areas tomorrow, one covering Central Florida and another covering South Central South Carolina, parts of Georgia, southern half of Alabama, the western part of the Florida Panhandle, southeastern Mississippi, and southeastern Louisiana. Cities in tomorrow's marginals include New Orleans, Louisiana, Tampa, Florida, St. Petersburg, Florida, Orlando, Florida, and Montgomery, Alabama. Going to the tornado threat for tomorrow, there is a 5% chance of an isolated tornado tomorrow that encompasses the very far extreme southeastern corner of Alabama, most of the Florida Panhandle, southern Georgia, and northern Florida. Cities in the 5% tornado risk area tomorrow include Jacksonville, Florida, Tallahassee, Florida, Gainesville, Florida, Ocala, Florida, and Valdosta, Georgia. And there are two areas where we have a 2% chance of an isolated tornado tomorrow, one covering Central Florida and another covering South Central South Carolina, parts of Georgia, southern half of Alabama, the western part of the Florida Panhandle, southeastern Mississippi, and southeastern Louisiana. The 2% tornado risk areas tomorrow include New Orleans, Louisiana, Tampa, Florida, St. Petersburg, Florida, Orlando, Florida, and Montgomery, Alabama. Going to the wind for tomorrow, there is a 15% chance of damaging wind gusts of 58 miles per hour or higher tomorrow, covering northern Florida, most of the Florida Panhandle, the far southeastern corner of Alabama, and southern Georgia. Cities in the 15% wind risk area tomorrow include Jacksonville, Florida, Tallahassee, Florida, Gainesville, Florida, Albany, Georgia, and Ocala, Florida. And there are two areas where we have a 5% chance of damaging wind gusts of 58 miles per hour higher tomorrow, one covering Central Florida and another covering South Central South Carolina, parts of Georgia, southern half of Alabama, the western part of the Florida Panhandle, southeastern Mississippi, and southeastern Louisiana. The 5% wind risk areas tomorrow include New Orleans, Louisiana, Tampa, Florida, St. Petersburg, Florida, Orlando, Florida, and Montgomery, Alabama. And now to the hail threat for tomorrow. There is a 5% chance of hail of 1 inch in diameter or larger tomorrow, covering southeastern Alabama, the Florida Panhandle, northern Florida, and southern Georgia. The 5% hail risk area tomorrow includes Jacksonville, Florida, Tallahassee, Florida, Gainesville, Florida, Albany, Georgia, and Dothan, Alabama. So, in summary, severe thunderstorms are possible Sunday across parts of northern Florida and adjacent southern Georgia, accompanied by a risk for damaging wind gusts and a couple of tornadoes, including potential for a strong tornado or two. So, that's your Day 2 severe weather outlook. Stay safe in the affected areas tomorrow, even in the marginals, because sometimes marginals can produce some pretty strong storms, and you don't know what the heck they can pull off sometimes. But especially, and I mean especially, be safe in the slight, because again, you don't know what a slight can pull off sometimes. You don't know what the heck a slight can pull off sometimes either. Take today to prepare for tomorrow in the marginals and the slight, and I'll go over all of this again in tomorrow's Day 1 severe weather outlook video, where I'll be filling in for SPC convective outlooks. Take care.